Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. Today we're going to get some behind the scenes action here at Techmania. We're going to take a peek at what the boss is cooking.
Well, you know my problem. Like I have a beast of a computer here, and I have my liquid cooling and stuff, and I have, the fans and everything. And when I'm playing games, especially now in summer, the video card is running like at 80 to, well, 80. I wish it was just 80. It reaches all the way to 100 Celsius, so the noise is like horrible. Like I have an ultra quiet computer, and then the video card makes a racket. So I'm like, well, I think it's time for an upgrade, and I think it's time to go a little bit crazy and let the people see how crazy we can go, what we can build for them. If it's good enough for us, it's good enough for them. So, what do you think?
You're swapping your processor, are you?
Well, not just the processor. I have a PCI Express Samsung SSD that has a 3000 megabyte read-write speed. I have a good power supply. I have a 1080. I think I'll keep that and change everything else.
Do I get your old one?
I'll trade you for a coffee and donuts. Fair?
Fair.
Okay, well, guys, we're gonna build a 8700K now. That's the latest thing today. We're in June, end of June of 2018. So we're trying to keep it under, well, overall with everything will be under $5,000, but I already have some components. We're going to show you some cable management, some what we do for, or what we can do for you and other people, depends on how much money you want to spend. We're going to go with dual liquid cooling. Now I have seen YouTube videos that people do that because nowadays the cases allow for, well, 2, 3, or 4 different amounts of liquid cooling. So I thought, okay, we can liquid cool the GPU and the CPU. NZXT is selling this bracket that works on all the NVIDIA cards, so you can put your liquid cooling and it has a fan. So supposedly it says that instead of 80 Celsius, you go down to 45 Celsius in the back. So I don't know if that's true. We're gonna build it and stress test it and see what happens.
It's not fair. He gets all the good stuff.
Well, when he makes too much money, he can do that. But right now, you're getting my second. So 700K, that's not too bad.
It's not bad for sloppy seconds. I'll take it.
Sloppy seconds indeed. Well, guys, stay with us. You'll see what this looks like in the end. Okay, so a couple of days later, we had a long weekend in between. So we just finished the build, and all the results are better than I thought they would be. Come check it out. Tell me what you think.
That turned out very nice.
Well, nice is one thing, but I've been monitoring like the temperatures and stuff. I have overclocked the CPU. I have overclocked the GPU. We went a little bit crazy. Like I said, we went with like a 360 radiator for the CPU. We went with like a 280 radiator for the NVIDIA 1080 there. The Corsair Dominator with its own cooling and stuff. So anyway, we've been stress testing it for quite a while, and the maximum the temperature has reached was 44 at the spike, but running non-stop benchmarks, it equalizes it, and it's at 33 Celsius, overclocked GTX 1080 running non-stop benchmarks for like an hour now, overclocked. 33 Celsius. I mean, that's just crazy. Alright guys, so my monitor is tilted and I know the shot is not ideal, but at least you can see the settings there. So we see right here the CPU core, it's running 4.5, headed all the way up to 5 megahertz at some point. It's set to go by auto to 4.8 depending on the usage. Now, the CPU Z just measures per core, so core number 2 or core number 6 or whatever may have a different setting. They don't run all at the same speed at the same time. But the most important thing, like we said, was the video card. And you see the GPU clock is set to 2100 megahertz, which is pretty good. Memory clock is almost double. It's at 11,000 megahertz. And the temperature, as you've seen throughout, it's been running at 34 Celsius. 34 Celsius running benchmarks. We're running Unigen, and you can see also here the memory that says, because it's dual channel, it only sees half the memory, the software here, but you can see the memory clock actually from the ASUS software. So there you have it, the 280 millimeter there, liquid cooling for the video card actually did the trick. And I have the settings on the lowest, on silent, so you can't hear the fans. I'm sitting right now next to the computer. You'll see how close the camera is, and you do not hear a thing. We're gonna show you also the back of it in a second. And here's the back of the case. As you see, the cable management, a lot of cables, a lot of wires. This is not your regular custom build. We went a little bit crazy with that. A lot of stuff to do. There's about 1 million zip ties there, but I think that's as good as it can get with all those cables and stuff. So there you have it.
Now, whether you're a business, institution, or a gamer with a lot of money to spend, we can do this for you. As you'll see, we don't stop at anything. We give you beautiful cable management. We have massive selection. All of these parts are things we can order for you. And if you ever want to give this kind of build a go, take a shot at us.
And we also do financing too. Through our website, you can find financing if you're interested, a lot less than the interest rates of credit cards and stuff. So that makes it a lot easier for some people too.
Yeah, absolutely.